All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. We had a good conversation going about the Steelers and Bengals, and we'll keep that going. And we're going to go right out to San Antonio. We got Josiah. What's up, Josiah?
Hey, Josiah.
You there? Josiah? Must have dropped off. Who's there now? Ken? Ken from Aliquippa? Ken, you there? Our phone's not working tonight?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Ken. Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, Ken.
The Quips and
Hey,
TJ
Ken.
tomorrow, big 4A matchup. Is
Right,
Ken?
no, I was calling in to make a suggestion for the Steelers.
Okay, I love it. Let's hear it.
During this pandemic and everything, a limited amount of fans in stands, I suggest the Steelers fabricate terrible tile flags and attach them to every seat in the stadium and let the wind buzz them. That keeps the terrible tile curse alive, and afterwards they could market them and donate the profits to my Cope Foundation.
Thanks, Ken. Great idea. Appreciate it. Hey, what'd you think of the Bengals posting the terrible towel thing, Pony, this week on Twitter? The TJ Hushmanzada.
Stupid.
Huh? You know, the curse of the terrible towel.
This whole Steelers-Bengals thing is so contrived to me. It's such a fake, fraudulent rivalry. I mean, at least the Steelers-Browns, Pittsburgh and Cleveland are closer to each other. I think Pittsburgh really gets enjoyment and pleasure out of finding new ways to beat the Browns and watching Browns fans have to, eat it, the misery, all the fired coaches and failed quarterbacks. That's fun for Steelers fans. I don't get the same kick out of beating the Bengals. Now, it was different when Burfict was there just because it was so violent and the games were so different. The NFL now is so, it's not flag football by any means, but, it's so sanitized. And that was like a throwback rivalry, like something you would have seen in the 60s or 70s. It was so vicious. So I liked that for a period of time. But outside of that, Richie, I don't really look at the Steelers. They can post all the videos they want, but it just seems like it's all forced and made up. I don't think there's much of a rivalry there at all, no matter how many terrible towel videos we put out on social media.
Yeah, there's no question the Browns were, at one point their biggest rival. Then it transitioned into the Ravens, right? And everyone else is kind of a distant second, I would think. People could say that.
But I think Steelers fans think it's funny and get entertainment value out of beating the Browns every year.
Yes, yeah.
I think the Bengals are just 2 games a year that you play. I don't think there's anything extra special at all to those matchups. I never feel buzz for those games.
And hey, look, you've been to the stadium. Isn't it the absolute worst stadium in the NFL?
Well, I went to the Oakland Coliseum, and that was pretty bad. I mean, there's raw sewage, and the X-ray machines don't work. And you walk in there, and you smell marijuana wafting through. Maybe that's not the worst part of it. Zeiss might have a different opinion than me on that, but it was a very weird place, very old place. You're right. There's not a lot of charm. There's not a lot of character to the Bengals stadium, and you could put as many people in there as you wanted last year, and their fans don't show up. They don't care. That's a baseball town more than it is a football town, and I think the Bengals' misery has a lot to do with that.
I love the Escalooser. The people.
Me too. Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Let's go to Josiah. He is back. What's up, Josiah?
Hey, Rich. Hey, Andrew.
Hey.
Kind of beat me to the punch. It's 2 points. The Steelers, when they're overbalanced, where they're just pass heavy and not really committed to the run, hopefully they can put McFarland in there. He kind of has speed, somewhat like Willie Parker. And, Andrew, I was listening to your show on CBS 2 weeks ago, and you were talking about Trevor Lawrence. I mean, this team is bad. They haven't made the playoffs in 10 years. On top of that, they called WFAN, Mike McCagnon at the time, was asking Mike Francesa for help. And you telling me that Trevor Lawrence will be happy going to that? I mean, I'm sorry. If Lawrence just don't go, force his way out, and hopefully they trade him. The Jets are terrible, Andrew.
Well, I'll let you handle the Jets thing. But as for McFarland, the Steelers excused him from practice with Kevin Dotson. for some kind of sickness, and they're taking precautions. I guess as of right now, it's not COVID or coronavirus, but they're keeping away from practice. So I doubt, even though they're listed as questionable, I would doubt that McFarland or Dotson play on Sunday. I could be wrong, though.
McFarland's a gadget back. He's a complimentary running back. That's what they called him when they picked him. And he has shown bursts and flashes. Now, they haven't been often, but they've happened this year. They used him on 3rd and short against Dallas. They ran him right up the middle, and he got crushed. I thought that was a stupid play call. Let him get to the outside and use his speed. As far as Lawrence is concerned, not to, go on and on about that question, but, the Jets were not always just a horrible franchise. They played the Steelers in the AFC Championship the last time the Steelers went to the Super Bowl, right? I'm not wrong about that. Wasn't that 2010? That was the Jets?
Yeah.
Who they had to beat to go to the Super Bowl and play Green Bay? So, they're not like the Browns or the Lions. They're not like one of these teams. The Bengals haven't won a playoff game since like 1992. So I don't lump them in. They just need a new coach. I think Adam Gase is in way over his head. But
yeah, I agree with you on the new coach. But, it seems like these bad teams just keep drafting quarterbacks and just never get it right. I thought Darnold was the guy. I thought that you could build a team around him, and then now
I don't know. I think Miami did. I think Miami, they were tanking last year when they played the Steelers on Monday Night Football. They were trying to lose that game. And I think Tua's turned that. I think Tua and hey, they might beat somebody in the playoffs, Richie. I think Miami's a dangerous team because their defense is way better than it was last year. They've spent a lot of free agent dollars, and I think they've got a franchise quarterback now. So, hey, he's not going to be Marino, but he's going to probably end up being Tua, the best quarterback they've had since Marino in Miami.
I like the Colts, too. Let's not forget about the Colts. I think both those teams could be in the postseason. Let's go out to John in Peters Township. How you doing, John?
Hey, John.
John?
Yes, hi. Hi, guys. Love the show.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, moving forward with the running game with the Steelers, with the games that they have left, Tomlin's decisions like he made on Sunday with the Cowboys, running the sweep, and, just a decision even with to put, a guy who's sick on the plane and possibly, further down the road. His decisions, I just don't understand.
Well, I think the McDonald decision's not. That's way above Tomlin's pay grade.
And he wasn't.
NFL,
he
Roger
tested
Goodell.
negative too, and he wasn't feeling sick. So
yeah, he was. He had cold-like symptoms that kept him out of practice on Friday. That's a red flag for me. But that's the NFL's rules. They say you can still, even without a positive test, you can get on a plane and play. Now, I don't agree with that, but let's not blame Mike Tomlin for that one. That, to me, is a major leap. I think in the run game they miss Mike Munchak, and I don't think they just miss him because he makes their offensive line better. My understanding is that he called a lot of the run plays, that he was like a run game coordinator, Richie, that he had a lot of say in the type of run plays that they ran. And, for example, like you just heard there, like the caller said, why would you have Connor on 4th down run a sweep to the outside, one of those power O plays where you pull your guard over? You're trying to get Connor to the outside, but on another 3rd and short, you ran McFarland up the middle. That makes no sense. Why is your small back going up the middle, and why is your big back going outside? That's stupid.
Sometimes it's just overcoaching, and I feel a lot of what this team does a lot. They get maybe overconfident. I don't know if you feel the same way that, hey, we're just going to cruise through it, and eventually we're going to win. We're going to try a couple things here and there. But we're gonna eventually win. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's why they lose to these teams that they should beat. That's my feeling. My feeling is they go into these games just too maybe arrogant.
Well, you think they're going to lose one of those games coming up? They're playing rookie quarterbacks in back-to-back weeks. They got Burrow Sunday and they got Luton the week after that. You think they're going to play down and lose one of those games?
I don't know. The Jacksonville game scares me because they might be looking ahead to the Ravens 4 days later.
Okay.
That's the only. They're a much better team than Jacksonville, but you know what happens. They were a much better team than Dallas too, and you saw what happened in Dallas.
I think their first loss is going to be in Buffalo. That's my prediction.
All right. Let's go out to our Tri-State Office Furniture tweet of the night, and this is from our main man here, the sports director here at KDKA, Bob Pump.
Wow.
Look
Look
he's
at
always
that guy.
He's always at big events. Pony.
He's not underdressed.
He helped out with the Hayward House event tonight, and Cam Hayward, and this is the post he had on Twitter, helped the Pittsburgh community stay safe and protected. And look at Pomp. He's all in. Pomp's the man.
Damn.
All right. We got to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls, some of your tweets coming up next.